seen today is what you get tomorrow. Welcome to Coastal Morning on West Coast TV. Today is 8th August 2025 in the year of our Lord. We are praying that the Almighty God will see us through so that everything that we envisage in life shall definitely come to pass. Thank you, Lord, for what you've done for us. And then, yes, Singwa, Ebedin Komo, our West Coast TV. About you know, man, Ghana, and that case, Fide, Bobo Mazan, now also a room of Facebook, where you Chebia, as our for the Ashe, now, ya drink, you know. You're going enemy, ya Bobo Mazan, na yazin cransha sem, yes, our bro, ya did the one cat turn up or na pod, ya sumo, and we'll move on. Na ya bomazan ya Ashe, na 18. Na didn't come over ya share Hunter West tourism sector. We will speak to the tourism committee chairman of the municipal assembly, who is the person of Honorable Kobina Abako Prince, assembly member for Intercrom electoral area. Area yene na nanja to create in common. Ya share kwana Hunter for fado where you waneji na aze. Ya share ni jina wa ya kwenye ni munsa. There's a running story, a big story, which is making wave in a Hunter. Asemnenia enyai, but you know, we'll speak to it. About ponoponinenia. Ye intercept the audio be on a particular platform, which, in my point of view, I think they're on cherry. While we are trying to elevate a Hunter, some people think a Hunter is their bona fide property. So in one way or the other, skaya humbruma sana and ya andama. We respect each and every one in a Hunter. Yebuabila the kakuma wake if I need the affair call. But in prempreni ye pay and a bomb hole. But yes, son. Mazone is zone. Yes, Sabe. Mazone did too much. Can't you bury your differences and allow a Hunter to develop? If you are not ready to help us grow a Hunter, we are begging you, put your differences aside. Help us. Some people laid down their lives for a Hunter. In our generation, we are trying to use diplomacy to elevate a Hunter. Through political means, through advocative means, to push a Hunter to the pedestal that we want a Hunter to be. Yes, Sabe. And I the bedia. Mommy, yes, Sabe. Kabazan kumbedia. It is muati yadia. And now more ya boani ye muati ya shene ya ya wonu mwe. Na se apa membie mu a. And I say ozanku akra ya anda. Wanya mbie mo na baba sum. So ozanku sa akra ya anda. Isambe ya pacha bobe ba yeki anda na anda wo bomene ya wo mbuni isambe. All right, Coastal Morning on West Coast TV. By way of introduction, this is how I go, because this morning things are happening in a Hunter. We are praying that things will normalize so that we can move to the forefront. And I pay Mama Dam wants my uncle pay every visit banny be ending a divina a bar. Ye timina yes the oil crashes some na de obon crater na pod on our pod yes bro. Boyfriend on cotton down there.
Every foods. Me di adi enim ado. Ekuya for hine na make say. Si eba no emo ene akokɔ nam a anunso odadia de magia tum na medi efi evivi foods evivi rice yedua mu no Ghana he ya yeso ho Ghana he ya e local rice na anunso odadodo sanso na evivi chicken o my Ghana mu ya na ye nkokɔ no yeku mu ha ya na anunso no eye kama this party na wo ye abadin to anase wo pa bi akwakodi wo fie. And now when you share baby ase Evivi Foods.
For bulk purchases, call 0247 011935 or 0509 923399.
Evivi Foods, Evivi Nto, Evivi Foods, oya deododo, Evivi Foods, ina the daddy. Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods. Bidi adi enim ado, ekuafo hine na meka say. Siyeba no, emo ene akokɔ nam a anunso odadia de magia tum na medi efi Evivi Foods Evivi rice yedua mu no Ghana he ya yeso ho Ghana he ya e local rice na anunso odadodo sanso na Evivi chicken o my Ghana mu ya na ye nkokɔ no yeku mu ha ya na anunso no eye kama this party na wo ye abadin to anase wo pa bi akwakodi wo fie. And now when you share baby ase Evivi Foods.
For bulk purchases, call 0247 011935 or 0509 923399.
Evivi Foods, Evivi Nto, Evivi Foods, oya deododo, Evivi Foods, ina the daddy. Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods. Bidi adi enim ado, ekuafo hine na meka say. Siyeba no, emo ene akokɔ nam a anunso odadia de magia tum na medi efi Evivi Foods Evivi rice yedua mu no Ghana he ya yeso ho Ghana he ya e local rice na anunso odadodo sanso na Evivi chicken o my Ghana mu ya na ye nkokɔ no yeku mu ha ya na anunso no eye kama this party na wo ye abadin to anase wo pa bi akwakodi wo fie. And now when you share baby ase Evivi Foods.
For bulk purchases, call 0247 011935 or 0509 923399.
Evivi Foods, Evivi Nto, Evivi Foods, oya deododo, Evivi Foods, ina the daddy.
All right, welcome back to Coastal Morning on West Coast TV. In there, and I pay me on being 2 year home na you know ye fe bin 2 year koto dwem na yetim na ya kwan anim na ye hye ye hu kran so ana pay by way of nkranhyesem no abafa if ye anta fo huma itira wotwe ne nchichema wotwe na ye za bro more kind there. Normalize lying to people who ask too much about your private life. Normalize lying to people who ask too much about your private life. Mama Kanye there. You see, sometimes we want to impress people. You better one there, yes, ye do ha, more day, more damadi, which of course maybe you don't have. The moment in your be in common, ebi wo ha, obepede obohu bibia fa ho no, ebi wa impoko no, or pekwane bi na wa aboa. Ananso de impoko no, or bete we no masem na wa pe bibi na odaye. Mamre kanye de anchor. Na nkobe ya. Wukusuma abrabode. Nanka mon shewutrim no kan wa adwenem. When somebody just coming to ask you, be for me the long area show but mo care and you know small girl be around one corner. If it is true, you say oh, okay. Then it pass. Sometimes silence is golden. It means somebody. Be a Kenya. The any point like yelly. Oh, I say this small girl me a clear. The come well in the anti for stick can. Guy say, you know, a guy. Oh, Charlie, I clear. Massa. You have to normalize lying to people who asks too much about your private life, cause there is something behind. They be damn mother. Meeting on the kuni epike izo. So miss sound. Yeah, me but tally. By way of motivation, you be die na krubanu na ya wo modern na ever be. You know, you be da ya honezo. Ya ra ya be ya do a jacket wo ablabo mo ye benu. Mudumala be yang etia. Mamlana mu to mo ba sefa alawulo rate ya bokozo sefa mu akoya fe ma wake. Ende the Friday ko Facebook na ka hele wakani inde mi krake akodada and them lebiza bentum e get bentum like you ya ida forward kabe betian man nyam zalo nda di kulo ida forward kabe it's inde Friday keba kan be ze wan de no ko Facebook na kale tankane na ye link komo wake na me adom ya next week meme some ma no mo so akavre awya number say fe kwa kene time wa akora akavre say mahane o you know no ava ni ni ma ekolozro wo umansini nu wa rawa va bi wa vo eden kwa so that we can try to address those issues for you yelane ye ho ye ba show set wazo
Every foods. Midi adi anim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si yeba no emu ene akokọ nam a anuso odadia. De magia tum na midi efi every foods. Every rice. Yedua mu no Ghana he ya. Yeso ho Ghana he ya. E local rice na anuso odadodo. Sanso na every chicken. O my Ghana mu ya na ye nkokọ no. Yeku mu he ya na anuso no eye kama. This a party na woye abadin to anase wo pa bi akwakodi wo fie and now when you hwe ba ase every foods.
For bulk purchases, call 0247 011935 or 0509 923399.
Every foods, every foods oya dodo, every foods in the daddy. Every foods. Midi adi anim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si yeba no emu ene akokọ nam a anuso odadia. De magia tum na midi efi every foods. Every rice. Yedua mu no Ghana he ya. Yeso ho Ghana he ya. E local rice na anuso odadodo. Sanso na every chicken. O my Ghana mu ya na ye nkokọ no. Yeku mu ha ya na anuso no eye kama. This a party na woye abadin to anase wo pa bi akwakodi wo fie and now when you hwe ba bi ase every foods.
For bulk purchases, call 0247 011935 or 0509 923399.
Every foods oya dodo, every foods in the daddy. Every foods.
Hi, welcome back Coastal Morning on West Coast TV. Na anape yabo modena yedidin komo wa my brother Bentum wa mama kona mama na kwa bana enshase na yendin komo. Be Bentum ya boko e.
Ko be adome a wo de.
Nyame adome ma wo de ne pa.
Nyame adome ya damwale no me. Ye ake ye wana wane so ya bazume handa ya azume Ghana mani mu.
Sure.
Na nia kaka na de Friday.
It's under the Friday. So yeah, under the
Friday.
Yeah, akoda po. Misan. Yeah, akoda po me misan.
Ke fantafo si ifida.
Yes.
Ana abrofo si Friday.
Friday, sure.
And it is simple.
Oh, very
simple. Very simple.
In the one round.
Okay.
But skapala mo dika kuma do wa point.
It's unfortunate ke.
In the one round, mo dika kuma.
Professor na say mahana we dia. Oh yes, word bella neke. Word but you can just try. Word another Friday. Until you can try.
Okay,
word bella.
Azo yini ka ba fair.
Wakanza. Na wakanza me.
Hey, party pa.
No, andame. And mahake my best period was when I was in UCC.
Yeah.
The Arsenal presidency.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is that on campus we had andama more bozo deka by year more. Abizo canvas were.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. abiezo pono
yeah
na be yia na say yedi yawunjoko
sure
akasa aka yedi yawunko
no
yedi yawunjoko
no
na say baka andaya that was the first time medele anda wedding sunzuma wanza ya bole meeting ko ye abrante ko ke ebompaya
very good
sunzuma wanza that was the first time I medele sunzuma wanza and seriously at the time Muzumani andaya you see Agonanda is more or less like cosmopolitan area.
Sure.
A lot of people from different walks of life. Basically, barake for trade.
Sure.
Inti ebano anda dendele wa Agonanda. It might not be like oko ya hinterlands ya oko numa
oko zile
mo amya oko achonwa oko asamasa katakro. Those Odro, those areas
Odro post camp like can post band ya V.
But areas more fishing communities.
Sure.
Yeah, band in multiply the pure because
sure.
Fishing communities you have many baby more but also back because of fishing and they yeah if of and die. And to me they be the and me okay suma. Okay, it's a
beautiful
Mommy, I'm proud to be coming down Danny. Mommy coming Danny.
I love cracking the bell.
One thing okay, clearly you walk like.
Sure.
You walk like.
Sure.
In fact, at that, I go on that. No one, your blood, the chances care. We got a quack and die. It higher. Oh, yeah, it is like we got a quack and die. In the army, more your cry can't take. What are we doing? And with them, the care we need to put in measures more. Say a cry boy. That is why the whole thing of the Anta project more. But pilot, school see it is more subway. So we need more and that teachers. It's one thing more the problem like or most of the schools here, let's say especially from class to class 3 more.
Sure.
It is advised to use the L1. Now say teachers be clear but they didn't delay. Any problem where because Kokulai, Basma Ekle word there is a well day is a cap, remember Fabus and Zuli, but Fred Maria.
Oh, man, that Mammy Mumia,
you would marry. I think I can care and a couple.
See, I can't couple. Marry the couple.
Oh, you know, no,
couple the under. Quano. That's
yes, not become you see. Okay,
couple meme.
Okay,
very good.
Good. So teach anyway.
But I had you come on, us magic.
No, you come magic. Me, Meti.
Oh, Massa.
Meti.
Yeah, I can couple ya.
And say, Kokulai, teacher, I pay cake copy.
Sure.
Na teacher, say, or your couple. Kokulai, so the Kakuma is doing easy couple. Mommy, info me, easy.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
And Kokloka if I copway if I ba Quano and Sana Yahweh brofle
Cap English is a
process a wale. But teacher Wale is a Quano bofle cap simple.
Never.
It is straight transitioning just from Quano to cap. Sure. But if Oko could do it, it's like Africa country more okay. Na oko baby Libya, okay, transit or Turkey, other country before you get to.
Okay, transit or Europe
And
sana
Africa. Meanwhile, Sakok and Africa, ye bu and the street.
Yeah, Kalupoko.
Exactly. May traveling within sub region yes. The same way, Emma, yet in the leg, a hard on ya. Intikokrai, it can the brofre pone,
Sure.
Because when wale mind and sunny years man, when you encourage and teachers to be an opportunity to be clear dear. That's a spoke be clear dear one that. But me a clear dear one. Na ye wa. Me a clear you can't restrict GS can be supposed and but ye ke sandani be an opportunity to be clear dear one that. Ye hili. And you may look clear one that near why you are. Nay and then so if I damn about Bavia.
I can't Zodi and Mamma Zima Sir John make radio was St. John's. Sir John found him my idea crown. It's your tracker and a fandia. Yani in which age came Sir John me ya anda me ya vedielo. Sir John. No one in Mr. Mopa. They have been to say tianda o meti. You clander one is correct eskeka. Ameme anda me e dear da. Apa biza me hakofiche. Ya rush one da crap. Be yeah way.
Yaho na ina wane yezema abila mo iklaye wa West Coast TV on Facebook as also on YouTube. Yaka comment, like and share.
Sure.
Na abila that's when you be ihila na yemua ya dende. Show you okay interactive. You can go there comment. My ye bizarre. Say another Friday.
Sure.
Friday into stay kind one and mame. Elamsemua.
Hey, they made that point.
I wish you could give me more challenging words.
Oh, Seba, and then Mizaro as a academy.
Yeah, Okanza.
So next week, here Kozra, okay, Akiswazia.
Yeah, Mrs. Aso.
Azia,
but my mother, I can't
Akiswazia.
My mother.
It's why mother. I can't come to beat you. I can't come to beat you.
Malemdi, beat me.
Okay, that's all. Gami, Azia. Me say, very compelling, you. Very compelling.
Okay.
I can't come to beat you best from next week. Okay. As the body parts here, I'm sola. Okay, once I quit the appointment, alright,
but in no one ma you said to la ulo kata is raw wale.
Okay.
So let's start with the first paper. So this morning our first paper we are looking at the Daily Statesman.
Okay.
That is the first paper.
Okay.
Daily Statesman. So on the front page of the Daily Statesman, the big story says Ghana unites in grief. So over tragic death of 8 in helicopter crash. And we are back to the story of helicopter crash. The front page of the Daily Statesman says land rights cannot be sacrificed for reform. So page 4 has the full story. Education Ministry to reintroduce art, craft, needlework in basic school.
Wow.
So at least according to the minister, it has the picture of the Minister of Education. And they want to introduce art, crafts, the needlework.
Those times when you go to school, you will be given an assignment to go and do a tablecloth.
Yeah.
I copy check.
Yeah.
It's a crew. I
See,
Kobe, yeah.
We need to deliberately look at TVET.
Sure.
Technical and vocation institutions.
Sure.
We need to resource them. We need to empower them. You see, we should have more of our students from basic schooling. We should have more of them entering into the TVET area.
Okay, well.
And it appears that most of the schools is so. I'm saying
Exactly.
There's a school in Abra.
Okay.
It's the Abra Vocational Institute.
Yeah. Abra Voke.
Yes, Suzamu is the Abra Voke.
Sure.
In fact, Abra Voke, I think you're neglected.
Sure.
Recently, Samo Kojo Brace through the Kojo Brace initiative.
Okay.
Each na ayuale kama bamale.
Wow.
And you hold can any yalabo.
Oh.
Ayuale mo male baby igolo. Into work male bitch and the baby baby.
Yeah, okay.
So he has taken upon himself to birth ayuale kisly from Mwakwamale. Yahwale, in fact, dining is the problem.
Wow.
Bad classrooms is the problem. In fact, issues more in Abra Vocational Institute.
So can we make a consensus effort or a deliberate effort as to how maybe more as in way my honorable Kwesiban and Samuel Jomfia Bayale to elevate Bedubonso to that standard.
Deliberately, we need to do that.
To work on Abra Voke.
And I was like, Abra Voke has been here and now. But back in TVET,
sure.
And in the school placement, back now more.
Wow.
Inti Unwokurazon Ghana, so all works of life, but Fakane, they are coming.
Wow.
They are going to be that problem.
Wow.
But you are here, but dining, like, be lucky, you be brave. And this is area more, you more, okay, boy. The community, abraza.
Sure.
I wish they could adopt the school, help them. Sometimes they be like, you cry, and then go to see a check. You see, when this distress call came, okay, then the court could embrace, then quickly in a initiative, they went there to nice. Solve the issue for and you see, the beautiful thing, I was all project in more like there's a teacher, more it was BC department.
Okay.
Yeah, is awesome as part of a contribution.
Wow.
Say Klechina. And he was doing this one with students as part of the practical.
The practical one.
In fact, when the initiative about Holekani and when Ujumamo Billy Bomber Bay,
wow.
The lead person could just in one of the interviews, he said, like, Mwokra Bay, dear ma, and won't Drew no. Kind of a hard you go there. But ihungole
onye no aduru ne ya ihungolo yo
kobi
beyan
enti mele mad
meswe woke and ozo ni nitkinski yam kabam ka biti be yo
so odumamo mokura be ye no and this according to schooling form 2 ma form 1 form 2
wow
more or less about practical work yeah be and peke. And it's like they were saying, even say our electrical work be okay, yeah, student working by read must be okay, plumbing must be okay, and the general and they are in form 1, form 2 at this early stages. It means that we need to look at our area.
Sure.
And see, I'm happy to see this time around, not the senior high school level,
sure.
The basic level.
Sure.
You're a creative actor. Indeed, the creative art we want to have,
so that it can whip up the enthusiasm of creative art.
Exactly.
When you are going.
There's a student there. Usually, any school parents will any school so many a whole year's money dear banner. Is my dear banner 2 years. In with dear banner, yes, captain admission. Nursing school.
Wow.
Until now, it was Salete Juma.
Sure.
Aside
added advantage, yeah.
To it, exactly. So I told her, okay, even school may work on it.
Say
cry for my son.
Oh, say the best.
And he say it will level 200 for my son.
Sure, say the best.
When the burn more, school might bend tally more, yeah, today will come out. Saipan more if I'm mad.
Tamani will use about Valka, Paribo working about fresh sexy. Yeah, may your nutrition, yeah, Massa.
I know about
oh yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but it's okay.
Oh, Massa. No.
I don't think we want to start our own comment. But
no, don't get
okay, University of Cape Coast, there's only there's only one hall, and that is the university within the university.
Okay, I mean,
and
we affiliate to, you know, I'm Valco, but I have that bond with
Casford,
the gentleman, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have that bond with them.
It's good to draw towel in.
Oh no. It's
in fact,
you see,
you can't be there. Abramo, I have also association with Casford.
Oh,
in fact,
you see, all the guys there were guys. Brainer, also boy Simoti, council boy Simoti, you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And to go back to the issue, we need to help.
Sure.
We need to help TVT. And yes, okay, Abra Vocational Institute,
so there should be that deliberate effort. The come on, maybe more as it done more. Honorable Kwesi Baini, former DC in the 2000s. In the Yenubenya Samuel John Fia, Mama Frey, Honorable John Fire. By Jalen Kumo, Bedubonso, ya achieve your status. Look at Bedubonso now. Gone are the days you won't even want to go to Bedubonso because the infrastructure. People used to call it a poultry farm. Sorry though, but now, Alenyapo, I pay Kaka Bedubonso, but Charlie, yes, say.
Oh yeah.
I pay. Sure, alenya meti yesambe. Mbambani mo ba wake belebeda bakanzo na bobushi forward. Kanda ya nimbi mo bekrama, you know, because I speak typical and I bring out those words that needs to come out from the that dictionary.
I struggle with any word.
No. No, because what's it came out.
And I'm also happy production team in Debela Boboa na se bon ke word me buy sa kal hwanu no ane bodo baba ma bende. And I really love work my baby behind the scenes.
Oh,
but for some of us we are seeing it as it is, and it your first though, there's one story still on the front page of the Daily Statesman. It says Adokofo chairs the NPP flag bearer vetting committee on page 7. So this time around, Adokofo is not being sidelined.
Okay. Sure.
Because
Adokofo,
former president, John Ajokum Kofo Haneke, NPP ma ya home kakuma beni because they bill about consulting. But this time around, Adokofo,
sure.
I'm sure. Meme Bevrewaki, and he chairs the vetting committee with a vast experience that he has gotten over the period.
Sure.
I'm sure it's a step in the right direction.
Fantastic. You see, Bombamba is working in us about to Salaba Frebe to steer the affairs of the party in terms of experience that they've garnered over the centuries, so that they bring them together. Nabava parties here, Sabwa. It truly sometime Benny NDC. That's why they were going through crisis. It has to take the intervention of their founder, Jerry John Rawlings, to step in. I think it was 2008. Jerry John Rawlings has to step in boldly to bring all of them together. He took them to time. He was even a polling station at time. He was a polling agent at time. The polling agents, a wife, the polling agent, those big men, you know, the party gurus. So consult your elders to show you the way. Yeah, but I think it's a step in the right direction.
Sure. Yeah, the new weekend crusading guide.
Okay.
And on the front page of the new weekend crusading guide, it has a picture of the president of the republic and NDC, then the vice president of the republic, then the chief of staff, the chairman of the NDC, Mr. Samuel Asidun Ketia, and NDC Mbamba Bela say World Riyadh in mourning as nation grieves over a tragic helicopter crash victims until Mesu Iwakia. But Akia say the remains of the helicopter crash victims flown to South Africa for forensic examination. Can you mean babies are questions, and chief among them is that any institution bella and aka institution this forensic examination this DNA sort of examination
so UGMC bella
I can hear the problem. The big question comes in here. In fact, if say the bella na yellow and you see some of these things tells me
we are still not ready to develop.
Yes, and I'm not surprised when it do time you cover the remains. Here you retrieve remains here. You
cocoa butter.
Cocoa kodokunua. I'm sure you wanted to say cocoa kodoku.
Oh no.
Yeah, butter. Okay.
Yeah,
cocoa kodokunua. So sad.
Cocoa ya anda kaba kembesa.
Oh, cocoa made cocoa. Cocoa made cocoa.
Cocoa made cocoa. Itukania, ozo inji kenchike meme.
Cocoa made cocoa. Straight to South Africa for the forensic examination. So that is what the new weekend crusading guide in one
Sometimes I feel so sad when I see this news. When was social media me very, very down.
I don't know, and I will just take delight in taking some of these things outside. if say institutions here they are not up to Akania, some of these things should always inform us to make certain decisions. Okay, going forward, what and what do we need?
Sure.
To equip them,
Sure.
to resource them, so that they will be up to task. Okay, and he be if we have similar issue, we don't have to be. Taking this thing out comes with cost.
Sure.
And mention you more use quite like bahoya. Until could be the New Weekend Crusading Guide.
Okay.
Let's move to the daily graphic Baniza.
Yes,
You see Ghana Mons, and it has the pictures of the 8 gallant men who lost their lives. Abraham Bokozume Mane. It says, let's offer compassion to bereaved families. The President Mahama in her. On page 3 has the full story. The front page has the picture of the President of the Republic. A state funeral to be held on Friday, August 15th. And we have a state funeral for Bezebo Moa. That is on the front page of the Daily Graphic. You hold the archives. It says national tragedy. 2 cabinet ministers says other die in helicopter crash. And I don't think the archives is late on this, but the headline you can get work here. Ofosu Ampofu against Mohammed's 60 ministers, but until the first story, we'll tell you Ofosu Ampofu. I think the blood like an appointment.
Oh, no, in your appointment.
In your appointment, I mean, me shut up. Tell it.
Radikabe. I forgot.
Okay. Board, see,
yeah,
okay.
Radikabe.
Okay.
Radikabe.
Okay, like I'll be surprised.
But maybe American, so I think I side with him. I will crack of a system minister's cage, man. We should be real to ourselves.
So he's doing system ministers with more staffers.
That's where the problem comes from. So the more staffers will eat into our public purse more than the ministers.
The allocation to the presidency, it was swell, yeah.
And it has swelled.
I can
is the system ministers, man? Is he a bill American for less than I don't know. In Ghana, are you in UK? Where the institutions are working? Well,
you hold the Daily Guide here. It has the picture. The front page of the Daily Guide has the picture of the President of the Republic, the Chairman of the NDC, and the picture of the Vice President of the Republic. It's a Mahama Julius Deborah Whip ceremonial garden open to public. Atuforsen Amabua caretaker ministers. Is also a work here. It has the picture of Julius Deborah. So
I was hearing certain things from Muntaka.
Okay.
Nikake anke ze plane.
Yes.
Yeah, to force
they had a meeting.
Masa, you won't go. Yeah. We have a meeting. Come and let's go. Like joke, like play.
Yeah. In fact,
in this world,
it's sometimes the bella make is bella in a way. They be delay. They be just accept it, move on. Next time, get it done in a different way. Because sometimes we are say it's a small word, but very difficult to understand.
Yeah.
Very difficult to understand. And you see, but Momo and Kako Kovu, Momo hey. But you will just sit down and say,
like I'm just going like that.
Because the chances can also start surviving. It is low.
Oh, massa.
It is low. But there's one story on the front page of Daily Guide, Mom. It's a good news.
Okay.
In relation to helicopter crash. It says crash helicopter black box found.
Oh, okay. Okay, basically black box me a recording anymore.
Yes. Into black box me back and voa. The bella more ikeziwo plane ni and helicopter ni me a recording more. Into a record engine is izune.
Sure.
A record basically it covers the flight data. It has a flight data recorder.
Oh, okay.
I have a friend FDR.
Okay.
And meme record the data on machine performance.
Okay.
The altitude more machine do. Speed, engine status.
Okay.
at time or if fly mu a record mu a yeah basically the cockpit voice recorder may record the audio more a cause raw flight in into at the point mad conversation in pilot
idia from the radio room
exactly yeah from the radio communication what is happening alarms more warnings more ekomuane imuane the black box a recording more and the good news is that experts about how helicopter dollar has a bomb
okay
and in fact I'm sure in my investigation a conde and sa investigation is so the black box should contribute like 50% of the investigation in more because if we have recordings we have a data of what really happened it will help us for us to know because the public is asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
This is not the first time.
Sure. This
is not the first time. You your first landing, you your crashes. Into this the time more. You more okay. There's a device more that can get all this information for us. Let's quickly retrieve the information your way. Now, inform your decision. Next time, so that also. Mais easy.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Ben, bon, ankene ayi na ke ade anda professor black box ya ande ke be kan bisa. Mesu yura ke mo. So do yandi work.
Na in fact,
it's a box to do. It's a box.
Me box me e ban box ya. More fan they say adeka. And that's the adakaba. Adakaba tunduni. It is
but the serious and
okay.
Ozoni ni nti yam kavan ke bitibe.
Black boss. Adakaba tunduni.
Very good. Sure. Mama do come real. Ozo black box ya.
Sure.
And nkama ye very area. But the man, it still remains black box.
Oh yeah, but I don't know how there are so many words we might not necessarily find them.
Sure.
The exact word in and
exactly.
However, we can do something.
Translating.
Exactly. Into box but from and
very good. More as a adakaba.
Because if listen,
as
if family, is it under the account?
It's a adakaba.
And to the account family, if a BSA. Box a day adaka. I'm sure and that should have one. Of which mommy
you will be
and I know
the adakaba.
The adakaba is to help you. Come on, man. If I say the and that they are let's say to.
Okay.
So just to help you now I can be it was simple.
Man is running for cover. Man is running for cover.
Now you want the daily gist and it says how Muntaka escaped chopper crash. Leaving it dead, and that was what we were just talking about. How Muntaka escaped. So it's a narrow escape, yo.
Hey, but say Sami Jemfi to crown.
It has a picture of Sami Jemfi, ne Muntaka. Then many Arimo minister, cabinet ministers Arimo. But we were okay. And there's one here, and the story be okay, and the president of the republic, a handkerchief, a wipe, yain zulu.
Say yain zulu.
Yain money. And yes, and
so do okay.
YPTS in fact.
YPTS, fantastic.
Yalabo. In fact, Almani, the laying of flowers. In fact, the president you could see was very down.
And the vice president. Her demeanor.
Her alone.
Charlie.
But she's a strong woman. So at the point, Julius Deborah could not keep it.
Yeah.
And tears just had to flow. In fact, Claire, it's like Ozumabie. Ozumabiega. The Bezia. How do you answer? This time around, the president, the vice president, the chief of staff, they are not accounting to only the family.
Accounting to
Ghanaians. That is why a bill is a question. Madi Ezilia. Yeke.
The upper right corner is a my only son is gone. Omanebo Ames mother cries out.
Oh. Yes. See, this I'm the president here. This is the time okay you respect Abuswan na your boabe. Because they especially Mame.
Sure.
Mame would need Abila a support. It is all. Now I can say I didn't buy stolen car from spy chief Satawale. Meswe Ewake. And see, I to force replaces on Manabo Ama. Meso Ewake. And see.
I mean, Satawale is company.
And in fact, Ojuku is Line Satawale is also a car and you could make a hello on Facebook and a day.
Yeah, manage. Yeah, some of us will go all out for Aboy. My yemnumi meme yani Aboy yani lua because say shatter. Maybe working here and your problem jeking. But say call mo what day. Kale it is stolen car na ke den chumfanu. And I can be working here. It be a deal. Yeah, very low as well. Chinchinachi, being like he can't control himself. Oh yeah.
I think
it's in
the new album beba an EP and
okay, let's see what crown.
Into your club this issue see from Lumbai Wule to a say you
get the winning day
exactly quickly okay if finding ways and means more he also be in the news. I think it's also
the winning issue.
Yes,
say my boka bear something billion.
You hold the Business and Financial Times now.
Sure.
Okay, Ojukubu say oil palm sector faces sustainability crisis as climate market stock persists. Market shocks persist into okay. But you see, I have small interest but okay, oil palm production. Let's come to Western region and area specific like Anda.
Yeah, there's our park.
You see, we're noted for palm plantation and coconut.
Yeah.
Coconut we've not had any research telling us why more. All of a sudden, coconut from the Ahanta to the Nzema enclave woo.
From time past, I think questions were asked, and per what I gathered says that the crude oil. But I don't know if
exactly. Mela but I have no chance on any document more.
That shows crude oil.
Empirical research, there's an empirical evidence that shows the crude oil.
Crude oil was kuku.
But ye kuku me ye coastal, but we had coconut plantation. Growing up, we never knew much about rubber plantation. So what we had was the yale. Then all of a sudden the rubber started gaining grounds because the rubber plantation itself was left to the company itself. Sure. But they had their own farms.
Okay.
And you see, we had the state farms from Akia to Mbo area.
Yeah.
The state farms were palm.
Basically palm.
Yes. Scapula, you dwale muogwa. And you have more rubber.
That's
factories more process palm fruity. Now they are struggling to get fruit.
As yesu banya yesu near banya.
And as much as we want to attribute this to shocks and other climatic reasons, we didn't declare so. Scapula. Robberly has rebella. Because you follow trend, you believe now. Rubber was covered no more.
It's a new white gold.
And now the number of years for rubber Kelly was as compared to Ale. And Otuale kwa within few years you were able to get the land back. And no two couple as I use land for anything.
Brother land in Poignac, Ale se Tualende. Oh yeah. Sanya unza
more.
Sanya Ogogureze won mo aptechi ize sanya bie won mo
enya dokono
modoku
Yes.
Sanya modoko.
Aso ya dokona.
Dokono. Oh.
When you umodo. But the money nya pa densan. Otwanzan we are few months alle would say it's a you still have your land.
Massa.
Food do any food crop bela.
Massa. Yam feke at the economist. In case as the Dutch disease.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's what's happening to us.
And you see it will be upon your lens season. Alle more ye fair ye
Tolombo.
Buy a problem. Kenya wine.
Ale ponem pe local ale safa tola be yen imuanzuro fela e fela kun.
It is serious you. It is serious and me dem de care be okay kra.
Sure.
Intimacy e work. You say miss reactions great new cocoa prize mercy work. NCA served multi-choice with notice of intention to suspend broadcasting authorization until they've given them up to the end of August.
I can't make work about the
yes
to explain certain things to us.
Me dem de care multi-choice to bring it down. Bed ye transport owners bed.
Sure.
So anytime more but to full or no but to the bella and then quickly transport owners care bomoso bapaka bedtime good. Multi-choice so by bed but that theirs is pegged to the dollar.
Yeah.
Until anytime more CD care depreciating dollar pija and slower bomoso bokoslo because the argument is that many more bomoso benya best services from especially sports the EPL the La Liga and others they pay them in dollars.
Sure.
And once CD ounce backward then it means that they will need more money to pay them.
Sure.
Until over the period more by increase the subscription in money it is being attributed to the CD depreciation.
Okay.
In fact but in Daniel ko temazam de mu man bam dake because we did too much. Money at 250, scapula jump or 350. Even the compact is at 380. Before you go to compact plus, the argument we very done more 50%, 30% increment money is because CD depreciated.
Okay.
So your last increment was based on the fact that the CD was pegged at 16
okay
to $1. Now, the current rate, the BOG tells us that we are doing 10 CDs as a rate. If you had a reason care dollar into next scalpel CD you appreciate here, it is fair to also ask for reduction because now you will not need more CDs. As compared to previous period more new going into a new season.
Sure.
10 cedis per dollar reduce the price for us. Now they are now coming in with a different argument. Okay, they use other gadgets, other equipment for production.
Drivers.
Exactly. When you push them, you also go in for spare parts.
Spare parts. But meanwhile, spare parts they stand the test of time.
And you see, CD depreciation is appreciation. It did the amount it happened money.
Never.
It has taken some time.
Yeah.
And you see, for 3 months, you see, sometimes when sellers want to make argument, okay, mama valela, yeah, so you want to understand with them.
Sure.
You want to have some sort of understanding here.
Reason
with them. But the issue here, it has taken some time.
Sure.
Of which more we believe, okay, this is the time more. Okay, better zero. In fact,
because close to
the Consumer Protection Agency should protect consumers.
Sure.
And for me, I support the NCA. I support the minister. Okay. But me a bushy. The ordinary Ghanaian, in fact, if you want to calculate the standard of living, some of these things comes in.
Sure.
Easy access to
entertainment
in here pa and with them the minister should push and Ghanaians we should support the minister.
Why can support the minister Yeah. Are we practicing price legislation?
We are not practicing price legislation.
So
However, every government, every government has the responsibility to protect the interests of its citizens. When the government feels they are being exploited.
So why don't you make room and avenue to bring more competition?
I'm sure that is another argument. Until then, it does not necessarily mean say. We've not given opportunity and ability to make the market competitive. We shouldn't deal with monopolies.
So sorry. So it means that our leaders are not thinking outside the box.
No, you see, remember, getting others to make it competitive.
Exactly.
It's another ball game altogether. However, until so I saying until we'll have other discussion. We should not deal with the issue here.
Okay, issue it has been there and it's been persisting. But before more,
so that is fine.
Let's make other pronouncement. You have to go down, create enabling environment for competitors to come in. When you have a bunch of competitors, it will compel you to reduce your price. The back and forth of it, it's not making Ghana look good in the international world.
Oh,
if I want to come into the market.
No, I understand.
They
are the only when it comes to 7 Ghanaians with quality in terms of ball and football. They are the
entertainment in general.
Yes, exactly. But let's be frank to ourselves. Ball work and look at the movies.
They have movies.
Look, and Mnet. But if in your time here. 2001 up to 2015 movies.
WWE.
Okay. So
UFC, WWE.
But movies, football and I also support pay as you watch.
Yeah.
Pay per view.
Sure.
So if I want to, because me, I'm a La Liga fan. And I believe La Liga is the best league in the world. Because I want to watch FC Barcelona. And to my time, when I used to, I think I was doing more of the family. Then later I moved to
Super Sports 7.
Because that was where I could get La Liga. Because La Liga, in fact, I'm not enthused about EPL because just push and run after the ball.
La Liga, they one match affair. It's a Barca match as well, and Real Madrid match as well, and
yes, but I want to. I want to.
It's full of competition.
Yes, at any point I want to watch football. I just want to watch more or less of a rugby game where someone push the ball, another person run after the ball. No. That's the nature of the EPL. And so I'm the La Liga type. I want to see how FC Barcelona want to play the tiki-taka and the total football. You want craft style of football. So when you watch, you pay.
Sure.
But the discussion of creating an enabling environment for other competitors to also enter the market, to make the market competitive, it's a beautiful argument. But I'm also saying, until if Abie had reason, no, as part of the process of resetting the whole thing, if say we are demanding for
I've set up a company. This is my price. If you can pay, you pay and you watch.
If this is
pay-per-view,
but you must be there.
Then bring it in. What is the government contributing in multi-choice? Government contribution.
Oh, but the government give you the enabling environment
and security
and everything.
And he pays his taxes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
So if he pays his taxes.
And but you can't. But
you can't force him to reduce price.
No.
Then we should be fair and sincere to them.
Yes, you see, that I'm first of all, Haneke. These people told us something.
Yes.
What they said was that we are increasing our subscription fees based on ABC.
Exactly.
Now the same premises on which they stood to increase the subscription fee. In there, also is it not fair for Ghanaians to also demand care? Okay, reduce the price for us. But listen, I'm here drink care. Multi choice by here Ghana man. They need us equally can be see here nti ye mu a ye ma eye fair so that abila wo so e share make nyane is also
better like me am you are using your office as a bully pulpit, you know. I use your office as a bully pulpit to target certain people to make sure that, you know, I shrink a business. But mommy, I'm the government here. Okay, so let me create an equal enabling environment. You can equip GTV Sports Plus.
And that is why the Adisa production taking over the Ghanaian league. Madam it's one good step in more. Okay, we need to support them. What we are going to look up to is good production.
If these people find a good lawyer, you can argue the case well, and because the come on NCA in many if it is content scrutinizing, yes. Content filtering, yes. No, but that's a lot.
Yeah. Hustle. You want the informer? He says stop circulating gory images. DJ to media page says the informer say economic success workers demand 50% pay increment, and that's according to the employment minister Rashid Pepo here. Chopper crash. Ghana unites in grief. Mahama declares 3 days of mourning and tea. Imua were the front page of the informer. The publisher, more tears for crash victims. So it has a picture of NDC Mbamba Nibumwaba. Okay, government sends mortal remains to South Africa for identification. That is what that's the forensic examination would help us to know. Okay, this is ADD, so that CDC bar will know how it will be done. 20% at transport fare increase suspended until Meson a work here. At the Ghanaian point, government holds wreath laying ceremony in honor of helicopter crash victims. See, that's okay. And where Mahama, the president of the Republic, Iswan, Atofos and Ama Kofibu replaces Omanebu Ama and Muntala as defense minister, environment minister. Page 4 has the full story on the front page of the point. Kenya. He said Ghana has lost true patriot just one month victims of tragic military helicopter crash. And see, it also was the front page of the point. The Chronicle said 2 cops arrested for stealing 16 assault rifles. Rifles and Timeshe Ewake and police marry. Rifles are 16. The police counter terrorism and the armory appeal in court. So you go to places more, you dedicate, I'm the out there. You ask yourself, okay, in your more, aside one more, the locally produced or made of international standard, may Yamade Binya.
The AKO,
and see, it was the front page of the Chronicle. It's a Jubilee House red laying ceremony for victims of military helicopter crash. Is also a okay. Kobe,
Ghanaian Times, yeah. Okay, I think it has the same story.
Ghanaian Times
3-day mourning for victims.
The news center also has the same story. The Informer and the Daily Searchlight has the same story. Kobe.
Okay, bien. Kalawase ndawane. Awa mema yava ai lolo rate evere yambamba ni mo betie ne many mo so be cry nda woni be yaba ntumi mala wase bebre now for me ko Facebook awya na nde akan ma na fan ma be say Friday awya uzaso mo adia ndani ndede mrade wo anga no for tankene na some can get mwati na mama mugra na mugra maganga de mo wa Kenneth. Okay, so this one is coming from the come on makan how ya say my West Coast Star of the month you go azo etin daniel So chukania ni bela mo atakra a comment na a share ne say ye boduma na dia mo work ne belani ya motivate work ne. Kweku Bentum is watching with you. Kweku Bentum mlawa say what kako mo akra say so bad, why putting them in cocoa sacks? Ghana pa. BBC is going to show this video for the whole. I'm telling you. BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera. They will mock us. Okay. What is this guy saying about La Liga? La Liga compared to EPL. Please be factual. You are an economist, so be factual about this argument. Hey, come on, it's from Samuel Kojo Brace. This one is from
seconds.
Oh no. Let me finish reading the comments. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a few comments you want to banter. No, I made a fact here. Oh no. Someone could you raise? Are you thinking about the monitoring aspect or how the game is played? Hey, wonderful. Hey, someone. Yeah. See, everything about the game, La Liga doesn't match the EPL. Okay, and that day, okay, it's also very there.
Okay, so the basic.
Okay, someone could you raise? Malawasi say in that day. Okay, Maso Koko Kahela, what dear, some redeem more.
Yes, Uncle Kobe, this argument of La Liga EPLA, we are talking about football.
Okay,
no, remember, the football, yes,
La Liga in the box.
Yes, Abela. In fact, when it comes to competition among teams who are EPL, it tops it when it comes to when you are comparing it to La Liga. But you see, over the period, I want many make argument. The La Liga is more or less like a two-way affair, and if it is not Madrid, it is about Barcelona.
Yeah.
I want us to take the two La Liga teams to Europe and look at the influence with Europe. Take the Champions League and ask yourself, how many times Madrid Bovinia?
Is it not a two-horse race?
Remember, how many times Barcelona Bovinia?
Madrid,
because remember, the only way more say you compare these two leagues is using Europe. And remember,
I'm the number of times more Bovinia.
So I'm coming. The number of times more Madrid Uni, EPL. The Champions League.
Okay.
Now, if I compare EPL teams is okay. You see, if it's a competitive league, more a lot of derbies, a lot of competition.
Sure.
We want to see the same exploit when they come to Europe.
Oh, some
we want to remember. When they come to Europe. But when you go to La Liga, these two teams will be say competition in La Liga. When they come to Europe, then they perform so well. EPL team see but
sportsman
when they come to league, it's not about league more. They found their way into the homes of perhaps every individual in the world. That's what we are looking at. We are looking at league more when we say football. Tiki taka is all. Football should be entertainment. And when you are watching football, you should be entertained. And La Liga always entertains her, and it will entertain you.
Your point of view. Your point. But EPL, it's much more competitive. You know. Team dedicated Nottingham Forest. They create by the Champions League. Yeah? What's that to be one now? Nottingham Forest. You get the league. It's quite competitive. Me have to Melawase and then one our newspaper review. Melawase be see a Daniel chicken ya ba see a dinkomo wake and that tourism. A assembly Kenya about tourism committee. Be chairman said by Kasale na ya linkomo. Meti mamlana mo jikema ba see a transfer.
Every foods. Bidi adi enim ado. Ekuafo hine na meka say. Si eba no emu ene akokɔ nam a anunso odadia. De magia tum na medi efi every foods. Every rice. Ye dua mu no Ghana heya. Ye so ho Ghana heya. E local rice na anunso odadodo. Sanso na every chicken. O my Ghana mu ya na ye nkokɔ no. Ye ko mu heya na anunso no eye kama. this a party na wo ye abadin to anase wo pa bi akwakodi wo fie and now when you hwe ba bia se Evivi Foods.
For bulk purchases, call 0247 011935 or 0509 923399.
Evivi Foods, Evivi Nto, Evivi Foods, oya del dodo, Evivi Foods, ina the daddy. Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods. Midi adi enim ado, ekuafo hine na meka sei. Si eba no, emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odadia. De magia tum na midi efi Evivi Foods. Evivi rice, yedua mu no wɔ Ghana he ya. Yeso ho wɔ Ghana he ya. E local rice na anuso odadodo. Sanso ena Evivi chicken. O my Ghana mu ha na ye nkokɔ no, yeku mu ha ya na anuso no eye kama. This a party na wo ye abadin to anase wo pa bi akwakodi wo fie and now when you hwe ba bia se Evivi Foods.
For bulk purchases, call 0247 011935 or 0509 923399.
Evivi Foods, Evivi Nto, Evivi Foods, oya del dodo, Evivi Foods, ina the daddy. Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods, Evivi Foods. Midi adi enim ado, ekuafo hine na meka sei. Si eba no, emu ene akokɔ nam a anuso odadia. De magia tum na midi efi Evivi Foods. Evivi rice, yedua mu no wɔ Ghana he ya. Yeso ho wɔ Ghana he ya. E local rice.
Be humble. Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Coastal Morning on West Coast TV. Today, my big guest for the segment is the Tourism Committee Chairman for the Ahanta West Municipal Assembly. Today, we will do a bit tourism and we will delve deeper into it, how Ahanta West is prepared to harness its tourism potentials, and has Ahanta West been able to identify some of the tourism products, and how are they marketing the tourism products? Are we prepared to invest in our tourism sector in Ahanta West to rake in more revenue for the assembly? Those are the things that we'll be looking into. So I have the committee chairman, he's in the person of Honorable Prince Kobna Abakro, the assembly member for Ndasua and Telkrum electoral area. And the chief at his area is my classmate and my best friend, Francis Anan Kedia. Medem de care on DNA. Medem de care them a cry baba. I say, yeah, ne, Quasibro nin dene is on it. Meti ya and that can be utimane. Yes, sir. Be a bunny aboko.
Jacobi one me, Yamabeme, if I say, Yamudiane. Come on, and also come on, we have to carry the Adamala. It's going to be Musmo, Jikin. Our boy, and also Kaka. Oh, what's the Kiamay? One of the Blaboko.
Yellow, I'm now, that's what I can eat, sir.
Only man, Yamazi Adamala, about industrial area. Bill on Diane.
Okay.
The Bellason, Lady Lady, okay. Namomi. Well, I'm Simpson, Samela, yeah, did you more? haya na ede how kizire mo ka kama haya baba pa ka ke me juro semene ya how fa mai kan ka tumo medical bonda bonda ka ko face challenge baba mo ke juro semene ya how kizire ba ma be ke mo de tumo mo me mutunzwe ya
okay
ke
water table
we have a lot of minerals in the land.
So nigga
paint was aside paint mel as in your cockable small it was more okay machines but pass through that also cooking
water about do water table also aquifer okay okay
intima kaka rondo chuma your problem baba mo okay the only source of stream more ne yano my yana number mo ban ko tin ni kaka mutinde garam sima wasba
oh
yeah issue ibama chuma pa
so ne ai money Robert State be yakibo waste bo kwano ya
yeah it's made suweni
okay
me safawo aground ya banso awro
yeah okay
but mama mu kan me 11 dusuo
okay
made weke the salabu me babo ozo suweni no
okay
ni sa tubeje tu a konke aka nzure esadian the main one mezo awro ke mo kwe ye ya woko mo is wonde so side ye ba me ya frɛ from boko
okay
na zo nzure me de nzure mo ke ye na nam moti me bobo yisun ko tiana tunwa ze me de nzure mo yisun ko tin just recently la aga nso ba se ba na me da so me ka ke ma almondo nzure semme ye issue pa
wow
na MC so mem de ni da so gwa zo mo ka ke we kanya powerful machine mo me ko aka pass through also cook na ya do water table ni ya wa ma tunwa so ba mo adobe how more e military area pa me woni okay me ko no ma la so adibie
okay so say fa yan e di madana amaso de mo e correct e ko wane ya hra ya ye na ya rezo ni awona na mama ni
kuna mo e jumo mo tin ni na mo ya so ya we
okay
in fact about Albonda issue mo kan like na mo bosone
okay
about Albonda ya wona na mo sha na ozo sha mo ti so bi la yele yan aside ke bo differences wo ntem mo bazaba struggle with those differences ni nzuru me ya ye nzuru me don wan
sure
na ya ye de mo hia na to avro ma so beti di ni ntene e mabuka she mo tin biela the weather mazo nganga na champion abuso bani but he's doing no man job but no ke you just square one because mutton there man is that can na mo will be tracing ko tin bon group mo bon baskin zuri
sure
in fact send na ko etuduba location ne
bezaso
man is kan ke yabuwa kan ko tin ndi ma ya issue pa ma ya very very difficult task by mama I'm here opinion desmo your kind of
so high security threat firm away
it easy
so some of these activities leads to this child prostitution mo anamane they can no joke because you see when these people come to your area virtually morality breaks down. They spoil everything. It's best skin zero. Also, basi bre, se ba fa ba bake. A wudo seme, se bake. A wudi seme so, se bake. It is sambe. See if I am the mother. Or born down here. We'll follow suit and see that. Hey, now, Alice Uraka.
Okay.
Let's Madeleine Ashapa. Okay. Unless Kuku, Mr. Mahonda one nipa. Unless member ya ki assembly member wako. All right. Okay. So let's delve in straightly into some of the questions concerning tourism sector in Ahantawa. Since it's a new role, as someone newly taken up this role, what was your first honest observation about the current state of tourism in Ahanta West?
Okay, Bobby, last na one mambo kwenye na ilakali yanzi na mzima wane umbambani mzima ndamane yuade afana motimo wani biti yene ikra yeso na mahake ane umbambani tumakezire na yamni yilabe oju baba mo bayo fobo ndamane
okay
na kobi tourism mo zamujuke edi azkoli bemo andaki se mayan ko ozazkoli ya sa pra bo baba na kule pijan ndamane ife ko jumpempens bo mo mama mo yanyala mo sa pra bo aye mo iboyin okro na nyeni mo ididosi mo tinye pressure mai mento mo kanza ya se abanda kia nyamle is ivae izie dikabo
sure
na eva nyeni nwan ne nyeni mo sabsabio iye kanama anasuke yake eva ihnayon na ihake ko bi mamu mo yakore ko dumo na mo ne
sure
na ozo mo nyeni mo tin yakore yalu mojumo previous administration led by honorable John Kujajari
okay
ya bodulu mano mo ne mo ne yabada Kenya
Steven
yeah
then ayekes kama anda ya se bodurumo mradia bodurumo jakana
boduma jake mo kene
so viewers, I think you can all see ke anda meme abani anda dia muramu fugu medanmola pinso okay be ya dozro
kamo jakamo ni meme bedulu mo na ba ide jakamo ne baba na iwoju dikabe ne wakama mu itonna bi mo subafa
sure
na yabada Steven ma en yabada Justice yabada Kojo Brace ne bazamo bakamone le yakima de
sure
na ya current MP ya current MC la so ya ba hinya de baba ke ozo de no ke ku yetu moja ke mo de ya tourism ya ku yetu moja ke na ya ke ya baba
sure
na e baba ya ne ya ku ye mo madara ma ba kinya so faso
okay
nti ma assembly van with down ke se ya ku ye baba nda ku ke zo ye ne baba o ke ku nya committee
okay
mo bazabala bon
sure
mo assembly ye eva malada madamo ipushibe ni yekle wan ba ke buru ake be yeze ni ke official ni ya ye ere ke onukuza nkon ya deswa mo mi ya ye mansini mo tin ya deswa ndi ba ke se yele de be yakonwa ni on ke de nukuza nkon kodokun yele ke ya na mo this time round ni mo de kon mo tantumantis ye 50 pesos mi yele me la banchi ba 20 pesos mi yele me westo 1 cedi mi yele ni ya ni won mo iri chuoza jakaya
sure
nti meeting there before committee and yamazi adome obada be dani mu akay ya de di ozana na e de tax mo idikisi
sure
ke banzo yakukuna ya
okay
nti iwa ke anda ke so kuma mbam no hane yamane ishadie ye
okay
na chedmo yamane ba ma ye ne apart from iwo enwo ne afọ ye nyimvre mu mo afa wo ni amanfo awofo do ofunko nkotin foto no ko 3 point ya
sure
nyim bebre woke na aka ne zankupo ne ekura ma nda zankupo ye michi ewo ibane ke amzi ye wo ye bra
sure
na yekura yampunu dulane ekobo mane a amza kuku yakure ye
sure
using ozo ya achedmo yamane evamade evamaye nti azuma amaso ya yare ne ebinyini kwa hanenu
wow
yini mi gwa hanenu ya
mk ebiela mo ikra ai ikra West Coast TV ni kon injevre akede andenre
sure
andenre the southmost part in West Africa. That is Andengele.
Very
nice place. Also Zri, I am from stretchable from Zri.
Okay. I will no easily Hane yellow sa
exactly.
Ha ya the princess town Hane
exactly meeting Andengele.
Come to light out to
sure.
Light out soon.
Yep.
the more yakono
Alright.
na ko bi eyide mam say eyi me edi ejikin among
many more water be mo yedi nkomo me ti say wole mu akono awon me ti scampere mo ake o observation de ka mo anwen awon ke ye woni ni pin work awon me ti if we are able to harness them well, it will yield us more money.
Sure.
And it will help the municipality in terms of its finances. Yeah, priorities, a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Since it's a newborn baby, the 3 immediate priorities for the tourism committee under your leadership, what would they be?
Okay, no, me money. Like the documenting all identify all tourist sites more.
Sure.
Now we make young be easy. No mum this time around you pake few quarters.
Okay.
Na young we say about new amount for you were up to your Nancy, your papa, more with the smoke.
Wow.
If you go papazo.
Wow.
About the Zua is killed the mother is okay, Katakura, or Jimla, or Mimia, and they can't take a pillar more. Nyamle se mu warning e pake ya documenting more thing.
Fantastic.
Until this time when you started documentation for latter part of July you started there.
Wow.
Mo make sure ke ya capture every community build more nyamle se mu warning work it. And also ke ya wodi mo ozo de ne se ya manyan di mada na ya kura ya ozo ye boa kura ko wa tunwane mansini mu atini
okay.
Documenting.
Okay.
After documentation more ya pake ya like ya pake you make you improve the access route to those places. Inti say ebia ya ba ke 3 point o mo joko ya kan say ya kura mo ke 3 point a ched mo ya me ba ma ya okay ibe de kwa mo komo ya de ka mo ne komo e kwa boa ide ya iso ya ide ya mo na adim kampun mo ba ya le ozo ali ya metinde since kwa mo komo ta mo kampun la mo okay
fantastic
ozo ali ya la mo okay mo amun mo ya kura ye de ba ba yo ya bo tumo bo ndo bo ko fe ya bo ndo.
Wow.
Nyinu wan work more okwezile yenya waterfalls.
Sure.
More iwozile. More that song e kamo in fact ye kwe ye baba. Sa kura boa nti. Now we identifying all these areas in we want to improve the access route.
Okay, so
places.
One, the identification of tourism products in Ahanta West. 2, the making sure that we create access routes to those areas. Okay.
And signages.
Okay.
More okay. Okay, the base okay. Okay, the base your poka say
okay.
So that's the second
that's second priorities. Okay.
Yeah. Then okay. In the course of we identifying it in you have be more can more best be
sure.
More in the tourist centers book and more to man as many patronizing many cocky. But on more me bazambo ko hanu bodu azona be krebazamba bani so ko double.
Okay.
So yeah ba amini go hanu no more kana action plan okay. Ya paki training those tour guys mbo okay.
Wow.
So that jikila mo start operation and jikila mo be yo mo boko kanene ya hulu nya competent people mo baka okoro kama akani abakwa same okoro bakala nyini be ali bakile bama onikuni se kwa na ise abayan yani kwa yan kile kike zaka madia so we want to train tour guides na ozo tour guides ma mo ipaki train bene ipaki train bena the existing operational ones ne bakura ya me ya active and asuke ya akono ya mabazamo subscribe yo baka bokokan ne bokokan ne ngike bakura bi nya bokwa sembe madia ewo akane aside that more yepaki train beso ne yepaki buy community engagement as soon as possible
me say about vision strategy meti your top 3 priorities in my identification of all tourism products in Ahanta West, and 2, creating access routes to the tourism
the third
areas.
One is that you promote your brochure of what we have identified.
Okay.
And see in a video form,
in the brochure form.
Advertising.
Okay, sometimes when you go to the internet, you want location to a particular place. Google Earth, it will take you there. Okay, all right. But vision new strategy. sometimes leaders be yeah but office yeah but my promises but little clarity. Oh yeah. So can you walk us through your specific roadmap for the first 12 months? Like, Olbomela and Uni, your specific roadmap for the first 12 months.
Okay. For the first, even it's not up to 12 months, but from now to December, from August to December, a action plan, okay, you make sure okay, this identify all tourist areas
okay
in Hanta West. Then you make sure okay, you doing tour guides, your community engagement, you engage community because okay, my community is more the other than wasn't okay. You engage bena you my back to and you okay, my bon okay, I check them out okay, and fast squeeze from my money. So in the between now to December, we have to look at all communities, number of communities we make identify tourist potential able or cannibal. You engage those communities.
Okay.
Now you suck by mind. I'm as a tourist, Babakania, Bahraba, Unkitan, the more Kaban by Madia.
Okay.
So it is our young lads, okay. Within this period, Ozonyini and Raymond Hamodoke, sat Eba into life.
Okay.
Then next year going in it, because of KMP initiated this
Hunter Heritage Month.
Next year, sat a different skin.
Okay.
Tourism sector, Yadamaya Bo, MP, made the tourism sector, but the assembly itself,
okay.
Generally. Young was very MPD on this time round in different direction more. You make sure okay, you come here, Amamre, Unjumedine, set it in marketing and in the course of other months, see a tour, all the tourist centers in Moti.
Wow.
So there will be a day or a week, or the week it will be set for touring all the tourist sites in Hunter West. Recently, young be other the Kavata region na de wala ne pesiba by tour. Ne but busy can see there is a price to it and also there is in Yinibo can move more most abira me wa han brand ekra eba on board na bokuru bichi masa da pa na ewura so bele bichi mu.
Oh okay.
Bichi mo zo de kemo team.
Ayabeke de kemo ya ne city. Yeah, by but for caravan, the heritage caravan. Okay, meti so it will be the other time here. Then
people are more interested, but people are more interested. And that the kabula more yamle yabody son who won it. Ne on board.
Okay.
Ne yato.
Okay, ne West Coast here ready and vacation, meti.
Sure.
Emily Chua, but my azo dinner.
But also between Pocone.
Sure.
And see motive bono
okay.
Auntie, these are the minimum plans we view Kohanazo. And the assembly is determined, led by the MC, currently Honorable Ebenezer Kofi. He is very determined. Although, unusually, we were came at the crab and more.
Okay.
Now, Yamamoso, the coordinating director, the current coordinating director, is very supportive.
Okay.
And that's so young, so I don't know one. Mr. Guest, Amazimo Tin Yaboa. Na Yazonua. Within a year, see on Yenisonko. A banny tourist centers here, seeing Yenisonko. Because Camperani and that, Kapu Journey. Okay, for all differences yet, honey.
Sure.
Na young we say, Mamma no more, call me Mamma no more, I may yablazoni. Ya crap, if you knew Kugan, you think the Yenia. And you being more about your song.
Sure. The come one day, a boy and Bambani somewhere.
Indeed, Nasbeti, young okay.
Sure.
I mean, young can make you reading and Kobe sat Itara, but some has a boy.
Exactly.
Because, see, first now, the Siam Mobako School. I never come to say,
other time in the
time is about school. But
dark ages.
You redeem me. And this time around, I have about Apple School. and the my school baba so I'm me school baba mo yezi mo baba na de ye waria
okay
anti asudi la mam no mo ye moti yazuke e ko ko wake ozo dwumadi mo ye kan mo je ko mo de yamene semu adwuma ahun ka hun ka mo ba eva edumamane e ko ko wo mo la wuri ke ye baba
okay
ma ko la ko wo tuma bra mo
all right let's go for a quick commercial break. When we are back, we will look at the unique selling point, you know, yekra the sunonkuma ewo and that more ameye the different and are unique from the rest of the other tourism areas near collaborations. How do you intend to work with chiefs, traditional council and private investors to turn heritage and nature into sustainable business opportunities? Then learning from others, are there models that we are looking up to follow even abroad that you can plan to adapt to a hunter? We'll see this and many more when we are back from this commercial break. Okay, all right. Welcome back to Coastal Morning on West Coast TV. We are still live with Honorable Prince Governor Abakro, the Assembly member for Olbanda, Ndasua as an electoral area. Then also the Tourism Committee Chairman for the Antawas Municipal Assembly. Before my alcohol for breaking in Nimbiza, what is our unique selling point? In your view, what is Ahantawa's biggest untapped tourism asset that the rest of Ghana and the world doesn't know about?
Jacobi.
Behind.
It be Bibli. You be Yamal Vab Domiamo. Mane, el Cababilic or Benibia. Yedin come Roman Luke, Aquizilla. Yahura ya identify waterfall okay.
Wow.
Na falls in Ghana now call ezili waterfalls wa akwanka ya de sononko.
Okay.
Ya de sononko kra because mo boti force chain.
Sure.
Na ko boti force a onkan zule akakuma ezo by wan duai. So do all ko okay but on the kakumo is more ituma. But in our case medicine
Wow.
Yeah, the more crown kezo direct from Borenu.
Wow.
Yeah, eba.
Wow.
And it could be said of a car. Also, wine keke.
Wow.
Even force in Zulu, you do one way to wine. Conga Okoboti force, Ichua, do our own. Bamia, the way of a pipe be a ma or shunimo. Na ibunz do bobo very interesting.
Yeah, a plunge pooling.
Wow. And a clear even as Gakumunjuza as a sura ibebe kwepo. A crown ke at the sononko. Indeed, Handa me Yaman shed ye. Ozuka yon one. Mahanjukubi val Kwam Kroma.
Sure.
Money back. We say, oh, yeah, and was a Kwam Kumeduane. Yeah, near Uranja.
Wow.
Na kle diemo eva eyere ariemo ijinanemo ne eko ebadania edin kamponi ebe
wow
na kobi ne me yangam ye chairman la ne me ye inquiries ana kanem kilenye ne kaka mo yakore kwa
sure
nkramponi mo nyamre ba dum amia anda ke mo anda po yan infasmo waze nkramponi ze pozadi ezanko pozadi a chedi kizire mo see you create chinazro na you create boost the revenue mobilization driving the municipality.
Wow.
Mo mo yempunu dile ma de akra ituton wa pa. Na ko akra okoya e bonglo. No ko kra arika kumo bonglo zi adre mo edi. Na how mo bayere. Na ozo ko chikania adinala po sapaka okohono wa so abiyeku.
Sure.
Nti ya kono. Kra yawo pons na de. Oko keep kosia mamun mo moti ho UCC na oko ba crocodile pond good oko kania bosia be de ne oko ejemra crocodile pond na ko ze dia
wow
ye de do sononko
akete chikela
akwanke okochuka na time tuna bo frame aka
serious
ozo akwanke ya homka mo ihia ke woke kure ya bon mara wuru na ya tonema mamenu nwike de baba mo de ze ma dia wa nganda
wow all right yeah
na nelio
okay
se aye me waka komiemia
okay
akomiemia kremosie mbenyimvre mu a mosie mo ede akwanke benyeni nyimvre mu mo amuzimo tie dedu aka yanwe akwa azim ki awon mo se mo aka ni nyimbre mu ade akọ ada coastal areas awon basa ko miemia mo se mo be kakun be beach beach mada ke mo se mo environment is ankupo environment is ankupo is edire mo is de ni
it talks for itself
ede acheri kezire nti apart from that na kra fort mo yo anda mo variana na mo na de bululu arke ana baba ya nkwasome ejuma wo akane na kra ye beach afawo new amanfo anasko new amanfo funko na alaba
oduro beach me akane yapka
ya na akrenye vremu a na kwanka nkobi anda me yo a lot of nyinimo. In fact, you can't know what you call it really. And this is the time more in here a pillar on board. A pillar more a any idea. And as a war, a pillar more clear a fab on board. Because Minister Zanko, made the MC and a member Nick Nami assembly message Zanko, but in here everybody on board. You can remember Bahama say Princess Town.
Sure.
The community like Princess Town. Oh yeah. Na eklemeni mamo ba bohoya drone mo ba vale bohore se foroba kre ha mo botone Princess Town
sure
I was so ba wuro and kre Princess Town we drama there one brother ko ne kan de ke oko one of the countries me or US here is it Panama or world country do bro escape me jikin ni ka de ke oko kania be environment de ke Princess Town.
Princess Town environment is a very serene, cozy, like the world plan eh.
Nti mlijuke oka handa. Yimoti ya ba together. Na ozonye ni mo oza chedi na di moti mo yakunu mo jiku moti ni. Yakura ya bomo la uru baba. And mele nyame asike Coast TV wazi.
Okay.
And mam de me mpeke assembly e ka da me ko ba de mu.
Sure.
Ne ye hla ke nyeni bra mo because e kra drone mo be peki mo bele be kre yuade ya. No kwa nke West Coast bo de baba. Mo se ye fa ye da me bo da mu. So ye kra ye bo na ye nyeni mo ye yan pre ye won ye kra ye ma dia ye wen. And e bi akwa bi nyeni be po kan mo Ilian yara woni.
Exactly.
Yin be block
exactly.
Ilian yin woni.
Exactly.
Anti yesan twon abla so mo etian anaso ke dike assembly to aja kuma de zane mo easy ke de be wo twon azo mo ozo de ne de sononko. Mo se kura eboa mane ne. Yesan ke menya wen. Na ye hore document mo ati na ye hore du mo aja ka mo obo ya baba pa.
All right. La se ben abani yem ke okun me hiamamla ale to move over the bone to the second tile me so it unique a pila ne Ghana ke nka West African po alenya be word kabela let's get ako Egypt one mommy see Egyptian mommy see be but and that me I was still there. So these are some things that we have. Area collaborations, how do you intend to work with chiefs, traditional councils and private investors to turn heritage and nature into sustainable business opportunities?
Okay, yeah, Kobe, last it. You see, remember MC Honorable Engineer Kofiedu. Ne ene yamame maybe school ko bisu. Ne by last run between Pokomot like I was only mom came what in Wakebano.
Okay.
Nti as part of also activities me peke ye carry on and as okay ye take it off. There was only more nti we can expect ye chieftaincy for.
Sure.
The chieftaincy for more tin ne also njoko mo ye kan mo joku mo tin wa ki mo tin ne kana.
Okay.
Ne peke ba mam na mo bon nyini mo ba hin ba bon zo mo. Mo e ko ra ko wanda se ye kun na ye fe defense ye tan ne ye peke push anda ma ko different level wa. Nti ozo nyini mo take now ba la carry nzi. Assembly one share led by the MC one share ke peke yi na mo tin.
Okay.
Na in belu nkomo na nkomo ne la bazro as in general mo yi na mo tin as tourism committee so mid of day from next 2 weeks Morocco we'll be going to communities.
Okay.
So we are going to engage chiefs. Going to engage opinion leaders.
My uncle Mba is okay about community engagement in outside. Okay.
Yeah. So we are going to engage chiefs. We are going to engage the opinion leaders and whoever matters our communities na ya hore yamba nyini mo e wo twon mo kai mo tie kra ma de kan ye bonu mo because anko bisi atu ajaja kai a okonke ye documentation mo tie ko ye mo ye start ke ye kan mo joko ye tone wa mo mo biara ma de mo e korozura ne okonke ya anka ya wonzo ne isa ha abi vuru ke ya ke be bahiri azadi na okonke isa ha onke isa ha tie pa ke twon bela mo ya mani abodo sunu ko won mo ne ya pa ke akan meni medi twon avro ma na namo abusuamo hiaka woke ya nbetinde ne opinion leader bla mo ana stakeholder bla mo hiaka woke ya engage na ya ma ida so nya wonti ase ma mo dimoti ya yakon ne yakon e push ojo agenda ne ye not to stand so ne yere media ma wono.
Okay.
In fact we are ya ne media ma bonmo kali juma bla mo ya pake ya maria ya pake ye di and member no haya mzuzuke West Coast me you are one of them. And come on, remember started and a money and ask by the pay sectors of also and a money me to music ya ibo no.
Okay.
Sad that to sunny. Ya igwazo yaka. Na yeki private investors. Ne ankwanko. Mo wala private investors me de ankwanko mo but san go bi mo poke. Ba abi poke by day adika bi. Adika aba baby and ha.
Okay.
Mu akane na ade mo tin ya wa azre ngarma okay ya wa de ngarma okay mo ebi osan wo bi mo pake okode ozo azre bi na la so a develop ya mo so mo hwan wo kan mo assembly gwazo ya nshere mo na mo na ade mo tin e kan ko won mo ne ya mo hwane ma private investors so ba roba ma de ba so ba roba wa aside that so ne Ede MC yan azroke eke engage tourism minister.
Okay.
Na identify all areas simoti ne document ya.
Okay.
Sa eba down.
Okay.
Na yene ya to bezi bebre.
Sure.
Yene Center for National Culture. Ma yene building nkomo ne keke already ne oko tourism sector mewo takwa de me the RCC ka but you are aware of the potential more your way. Even Ghana at large that will ask by aware of potential man under your way. This time around you bashing more money and ask ya bama yinmo yana mon mi to do ya peke ya ma ya homaka.
Okay.
Amazabie it is ke bawuro no ne ya zuni kunu.
Okay.
Because is kesa fe wuro no ne ya zron faso.
All right. Yeah, madam mo no be okay like more model be more be krasro na balaba ye benini cause akra when you study economics in tourism or tourism economics. Oh yeah. They have a model called the LIPES model of tourism.
Okay.
Ninimo was in the LIPES model of tourism. So I don't know if you took it from that area or it is through your own ingenuity.
Okay. Madina ke easy. Assembly come on rason aka mojo kwela. Ya dejula na iye debe.
Sure.
And more yakemu etine is being engineered by the planning unit of the assembly.
Oh, okay.
So the planning unit of the assembly, they are the secretary to the committee.
Oh, okay.
So more it is not we the committee members who are doing it, but it's being supervised or is being engineered by the planning unit.
Okay.
So the planning unit is busy at the kabela mo anaso ke busy plans bela mo anaso ke model bela mo bo yusu perform bama ami ye sector there ya anaso ke ye potentials there ya ekowa of which ke they are on it. More mamul banu hania honorable Kojo Jare Yabros was started led by Yabada Steven. But it would jump and be. And the planning unit is still on it.
Okay.
More you crack any more if you can any models, but you sure you can work. Ma ike attractive. On ya FB temple nikania, you maybe a Naponica and attractive kama external investors and internal investors in Motini.
Okay.
It was Roman Edimujum.
All right. Our model say be work your Butler model of tourism.
Okay.
Your community based tourism model. Yeah, your eco tourism model.
You see, the last engagement moment planning director officer engaged we're talking about the community based
okay
tourism.
Okay.
Then ne bakari bukaka kran da edramo idea yakura the last part of it, the last one that is the ecotourism so it is more mamani ayili mada.
Okay.
And yabada small but one more the cable the kojobre yabada justice.
Yeah.
Was mean more tin dia on board we more be clear about that's what buake yakohra yakaye nyinu ma yakoye ahomka.
All right. Mlawase mke mleso holela ekoya. Me you know, accountability and expectations. Performance check. As a new chairman, how should the people of Ahanta West measure your success 1 year from now? Budget, you have your budget, and,
sure.
and how are you using those funds? You know, budget more sustainable.
For now, from August to December, and from August to December, our action plan, we have indicative measures. That is your amount, but I work on more. Say community engagement here is one CD,
okay.
Say documentation is 2 CDs here,
okay.
Of which the budget unit of the assembly, but where you're using more team. So I will share the plan with you.
Okay.
With the 8 indicative amount more allocations more.
Okay. All right. Ben, can you make one bold step to our viewers before more what 10 occur really? then you've been able to achieve this?
You see,
now our final words about avoid Dakwa.
Kobe,
yes, sir.
Media be more mashabo.
Okay.
Na mummy, mpeke the bron from some mkashone.
After you
Mkra mwi. And also ke ibanumo. So, ma mpaka mkama and the mumoti like mwane here. Se ya wangs bon wane wakadia. Mo nyini aboko anana mo ya hai.
sure.
Tumeju December me. Si ya woma ibi posa ibi borozo.
Okay.
So mabaka mkama mkahanyini ngizili na mumi mpaka mkala ke. Ozo yini anana mo mhake ipeke identify all tourist areas mo Saban.
Sure.
We want to train tourists the tour
guides, okay.
Mo so Saban mo. Then we want to do community engagement. Engagement with the mbembe mo and abila mo stakeholder bla mo se factor if atawo ozo sector ni mo so see ye.
Okay.
And yami adunya next year na se yami fe mo tin wan cheya. This tour is Sabazo.
Okay.
In displaying our culture. See on ke ya koto all tourists and the ni bele fe ba si be si round about to if ba si be si abonwa if ba si kwesi
Eziakumia
mvuma anaso ke eziakumi be poso at the camera mo see ane ozo mini mo tin see ane bokọ the camera mo iseke o ken bokọ and Sabazo.
Wow. Sabazo you quickly how many days okay? Because we get caravan maybe okay na bokọ for maybe okay 7 days. Maybe you go for maybe okay 3 days.
You see ede yetinu poko. So committee yegwazo mo yetinda wana nti msunzike se ye for the bele kwa hanu no baza ko sere ko mo loro kama ya. So asin keke day or 2 or eme msunzike se mle ni chuo se yanwe.
Okay.
So
all right. Ben mkalawase na mamleo final words na ever program mu ati ever ya
Kobi wane mamlase na mla wane ukri moti so mla ba so ba de moti ase wodwuma bombobo na mam haka anda mriju mo kamzi moti yetuju
okay
mo akora ka yede boko wanda ma de kansa ana mama be ka kru ke yeze ansa na waye na mumi wo in your own small way ni yo modne ke yakora ka yede bo mo se yeneka yeneka okora ka ke odo simasi yare ehura yereze yana na mabo hajokobe besi yana na mbo shunu manzo no nkote nti yana mi yema henfo ya mbiza bake ozo joko nti yema ya amaso yana na maka aka habibe kekere ya mmiri juke si yana na mbo shunu manzo ne ya ame ya brozo de me ye ozo adendele jenji yeke o yana na mba brozo me bayaro kun na mpunu dinu mo ye pene yahura ya madi yenya ewanda because anko bi se ya yeko an lazo imu ya kan woje ku mu atine eleba interiority
sure
eleba zo nti yesake ba mai edendele jenji ke yana na mo bagare me yana na mo ozo mri mi won me be yeko ama ye ke boshin manzo mo be yeko na yewa manda ehura ehobomani
okay
manimlawase
all right mzaso malawase ekede Coastal Morning on West Coast TV. It's 59 minutes after 11 eleche CFA Jimadi Mwati CFA Bayer Yueli and mommy I have a birthday wish Mr. Gilot in Tiakon. Happy birthday to you, my brother, wherever you are. Okay, wherever you are, I wish you a happy birthday, Gilot. Saying I'm Nilona Eokezle from the crew of West Coast TV. To you, Gilot in Tiakon, Yejima Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority. One of the greatest guys, you know. Gilot, I salute you wherever you are. Saying I'm in show now on your kesiye on Tom Kwandem. Now, the other on Sabesom say, oh, ye biano, and ye kese na ento in super ne inshura embra embeguso. Now, wait to be adum afofro. Gilot. And a party anyway, my share na ya fanya mangugu na kwem na eno ena ebema enyama ayakama that's Gilot in Tiakon on your screens. Gilot Yamisha. All right, I fa our programming na I am back David and America there me adoma from Monday record Yana West Coast TV Coastal morning no ya chamber na benim ya be say yame ya doma with segmented programs. No the time I came from last month na ya derba no na ya but test run you go do ya the one I say the one you not for this whole month itim na ya test yen free yen bibia ya kama waje na atum de one yen betna ti am ya adma from next week ya be say with a sports segment an hour from 7 to 8. Then Coastal Morning begins. Segmented shows. You boy phone lines now morning was waiting my chair wadgen. Yes, in I had about to go over the weekend and who a quan crab father be biarano or better than our quanum. Ajiana to me, they made the Daniel Betna and Yanantna. Na in the area brave, Messy. I mean, sure. No, you can say. No, Friday. Have been almost what to on for one Friday. Na mmom wo tu fu a mesro de ebete kitesi abrantie Friday for today onya papa ye ahwe ya no ya na mmom jiwani a mema bibiara nka won hye na fa trim fine na adwene kan 52 na mon 8825 yende shame ame aduma Monday ni ending komo na mmom your programs be guna konomende and entertainment for obesingwa woni enal tribe woni ne bezin komo antenya what the high life oda tuna kuma pondo njumbi obeye bia nso odem kama nde wonye na besingwa no wezi komo da ma so na the sports crew no baba bentum record La Liga ojane na ndos no EPL only an adventure only a new opinion but the facts are there. You can go and check. Friday de yale or anda no Friday de yale or anda no Beniza Odro Mensa MCR Christabel Atta Sam is creative director and the general manager Bentum senior man Isimo then Kufima a creative director as well. Michelle and Davey, I don't want to watch your show. Nina, I mean, I don't Monday, Drew Kennedy, and it's the same, but good afternoon.